This is Avowed. You've probably heard of it. It's Obsidian's new game, and I am super into it so far. It is an open-world RPG of the vague type that Bethesda is famous for making, and that Obsidian is famous for sometimes making. And I think it follows in the footsteps of The Outer Worlds, but takes some of the sort of choices that were made there, and it takes them further in a really positive way. The kind of one of the big distinguishing factors for Obsidian's open world games is that they are smaller and denser than Bethesda's. You know, the Outer Worlds, those areas were actually pretty small to explore, but there was something around every corner. And this game takes it even further than that, which I really appreciate. In the Outer Worlds, I often felt like, I was kind of locked into the mission content being most of what existed in the world. And so for me, it turned into a little bit of like a checklist exercise, because all I was doing was going through and trying to complete all the missions. This game does a really good job of taking that basic model, but extending it to make it more fun for a player like me, who kind of likes to get lost in an open world game. They've basically increased the density of interesting non-mission related side stuff that I've been able to discover while I was looking around in the world. And not only that, but they've changed the structure of the world. You'll notice that this world is a lot more vertical than the Outer Worlds was. And they've also included a ton of climbing and jumping type mechanics. They've made it as easy and accessible as possible to just get up and over anything that you can get up and over. And as a result, I always feel really confident. Oh yeah, Marius. Okay, Marius has something important to say, but I'm going to start swimming to get away from it. I end up with a lot of confidence that everywhere I go, I'm going to be able to sort of thoroughly explore this place and find weird stuff that I didn't know was there. And they actually start the game very early on. There's a lighthouse over in this direction. Over there.
I promise you that.
Way over there in the distance. See that lighthouse? You encounter that very early in the game, just following the normal main story. And your companion, Kai, calls your attention to it. Says, hey, look, there's a cool lighthouse over there. And you go over there when you find out, wow, I can climb the heck out of things that I didn't realize I could climb in a game like this. Because Bethesda games do not teach you that you can climb this way, because you can't in those games. And so you learn that you can climb it, and then at the very end, he's like, hey, why don't you jump off the tower? And you jump off the tower, and then you find underwater stuff down there that you didn't know was there. And it really sort of ingrains in your head, this game is full of weird stuff to discover that no mission is going to tell you about. And that gives the entire world this deeper sense of texture. Not only is it just more fun to run around and actually find these things, but the knowledge that those things are there makes the world feel just more interesting to be in, even when I'm not pursuing them. Right now, I'm actually on a mission. I'm following a side quest to find some luminous adra, which is this crystal stuff that allegedly can be used to enhance, magical items and do other magical things. And so I'm finding some for a guy. But I have this vague sense that I'm climbing up this crazy tall island, and I'm betting I'm going to find more neat stuff than just the answer to that mission. And at the same time, this verticality that they have, not only does it just make it more interesting to sort of explore places and discover them, one by one, it also means that verticality breaks up what you can see. It breaks up your view distances. So that even though this map is smaller than a Bethesda map, and it's smaller than, say, as far as I can tell anyway, it seems to be smaller than New Vegas. You don't perceive the smallness of it because each area that you're in, it's got walls around it. You can't see outside of it, and so you feel like you're exploring this vast space, and what you're really exploring is a smaller space with just very, very high density of experience. And really, that's what you're looking for. When you want a big map, I don't think anyone wants a big map because they really like wandering around directionless, not sure where to go, with nothing happening. That's not why you want a big map. You want a big map because you assume that a large map will carry with it a certain amount of experiences. And it's those experiences that you're looking for. And if Obsidian finds a way to make a map that is physically smaller, but has the same density or even a higher density of experience than a larger map would, then they've achieved the main goal of a map. They've done it. They don't need to have, you see those YouTube videos where people sort of brag on how huge some of the maps in a lot of games are. But really, the physical size, while that's kind of a fun thing to be able to brag about. Oh, this poor guy fell off a cliff. Whoa. Hey, guys, show some respect for the dead. it like, what was I saying? I was distracted by that. Yeah, it's like, that's not the real thing that makes a game good. Having the map be bigger isn't the thing that makes a game good. Having a map be bigger only works if that bigger map gives you a nice, you know, rich density of experience. Okay, so right now, I'm supposed to keep going further up this cliff. However, I have seen some monsters, and they're eating a shark over there, just minding their own business, eating a shark. It's probably actually not good of me to go over here and just cause trouble with them, but that is absolutely what I'm going to do. Because actually, if you want to see the combat system, let's see it in a place where there's a lot less at stake. That was a power attack with my pistol. I have chosen the some people have called it the oh no, I'm bad at this. The novel and gun loadout. On the left side here, in my left hand, I've got a spell grimoire, which lets me cast spells like this lightning bolt, which damages and stuns guys. Whoa! Hey, stop that. But I've also, for my basic damage, got a gun that I can shoot fools in the head with, and it's great. Well, let's take their spoiled cucumber. That was really worth it. Worth taking some lives. So, I am making fun of the fact that I'm someone who's come from the sea, and the sort of native inhabitants of this land are just sitting here having a camp, and I've come and murdered them. That's not great. But I should also say, these creatures here, there are a lot of there are people who have lived here for a very long time who are more like me, and these lizard guys constantly raid and attack and steal their stuff and kill them. So, you know, there's a variety of different local groups here, and I'm picking and choosing which ones to oppose. And in fact, the organized rebels, who are you're basically saying, hey, your faction, this big empire that's come in and is trying to, you know, tame this native land or whatever, you're actually messing up our stuff. We were already here, and you need to quit. Those people attack you early on in the game, and you can make enemies of them, but the game also gives you the option to show compassion to them and be like, oh yeah, no, we are messing up your stuff. That is true, and we need to stop. And that is actually the attitude that I've taken, and I really appreciate that the storytellers behind this game did not just lean into the old classic, you know, colonizer tropes of like, we've come to this savage land and we're gonna tame it. They are rubbing in your face the fact that that's problematic and giving you opportunities to play as a better person. And I appreciate that.
Sign of some magical experiment.
Captain knew this wasn't a sure thing. At least he's trying.
I'm sure that'll mean a lot when they come for our heads.
Okay, so there are some... This game does some weird stuff, though, because, like, there's nothing I can do with these guys besides kill them. Like, they show up as red. If I walk out there, they're going to attack me. But as I approach, they give them sympathetic dialogue and make them sound kind of pathetic, and I'm like, oh, do I even want to play this game? This is a problem. Like, in order to make progress in this game, you do have to kill a lot of people like this. But it just, like, it sort of sets it up so, you know, I can't feel good about it. And I don't know. That's an interesting artistic choice, as I guess what I'll say. That, you know, the thing that they decided not to do was they didn't cast me as being a native of Paradise, you know, who would be defending their own holdings against the empire that's coming out. They had me start as a representative of the empire, and I'm assuming that at some point I'll be able to, like, really take a stand for, you know, for the rights of the local people and That's sort of the what the game is telegraphing to me, is that I will have the opportunity to make better choices and shape the behavior of this empire so that it does not act like most empires in history. But along the way, they're also using that same sort of like empathetic, imagining other people complexly sort of attitude to like just like the common thugs that I'm supposed to fight. Like they're making them sympathetic. And I don't know what to do with that. Like, there are some games where they use that incidental dialogue when you encounter someone to explicitly turn everyone into a heel. So, like, if you're about to kill somebody, they make them talk like horrible people, bragging about their violent exploits, or saying what they're going to do to you or to people you care about if if you let them live. That sort of like they're directly trying to taunt you so that you know it's okay to kill these people. Or just in the case of, like, say I've been playing a lot of Sniper Elite lately, they just make them Nazis, which makes it okay. They're not doing that here. I'm gonna feel bad. I'm still doing it. And what I'm gonna, what I'm taking from it is, I mean, obviously these are not real people. I am playing through a story that highlights the intrinsic problematicness of what I'm doing here. But I'm still definitely shooting these people. Okay, I hit the wrong button there, because I'm dumb. However... Okay, you know what? These guys are in close quarters now. Time to switch. Oh! Okay. I tried to defend myself. That didn't quite go the way I'd hoped. Let's try again. Okay, so now I've got my spear and board out. Oh, gosh. Okay, I'm kind of stuck here. Let's use my power attack. Okay, okay. Oh, there's like more guys up there, aren't there? Yeah, oh, they haven't seen us yet, but they're about to. Okay, oh, wait, there's still somebody. What are you doing? Hey, stop that. Okay, I need to use my, like...
Okay. To your left.
There we go. Oh, gosh, okay. Hey, stop using magic on me. That's my job to do it to you.
Quiet them, dude.
By the way, they do everything they can to make this magic system very satisfying to use. Everything you do, from the magic itself to the flintlock pistols that you can accompany it with, is very impactful. Like, when you smack a person, they get smacked. Which makes the game feel really, really good.
My shoulder.
Okay, anyway, we've defeated these sympathetic, kind of sad people. So now we're gonna loot their corpses. And yet you're definitely seeing me in kind of the early period of not quite having gotten comfortable with the controls yet. I gotta say, this is probably, among Obsidian games, this is probably one of the best feeling Obsidian games that I've played. How do I get in here? Like, they've really leaned into, like, number one, with the parkour stuff, like, they've really made it easy. Like, it's almost impossible to fail at the jumping and climbing trees type stuff. Here we are. Ooh, I'm gonna use... Oh, wait, okay. I'm gonna complain about something in just a second. So, but yeah, like, the parkour feels really, really good. Sometimes I feel like my controls are a little bit sluggish, but they pay that back by the impact of each action that I take, even though it feels kind of slow, being really, really, like, powerful. You know, like, I'm knocking people around, I'm stabbing people with ice daggers that freezes them in place and then they shatter. Like, everything feels really, really rewarding to do. I have one weird complaint here, and this is not just Obsidian. This is like half the games in the world do it one way and half the games in the world do it another way. And I've got a very strong preference, and this is not it. So this is saying unlock with a lockpick. And you've got a certain number of lockpicks, and this costs a certain number of lockpicks. What I would have done is say, hold to unlock with 1, of your 3 lockpicks. This is saying unlock with your 3 lockpicks, and the requirement is 1. Which, to me, like, I don't even, like, I had to say that in an elaborate way because it's such an unnatural way to think about it. Unlock with 3 out of 1 lockpicks? No. I'm unlocking this with 1 out of 3 lockpicks. It costs 1 lockpick, and I have 3, so that's plenty. So I'm going to do that, because I just picked up a lockpick, so it's basically free. And I'm going to get stuff out of the chest. Yay! And then I'm going to climb up. So yeah, getting around is really easy. Combat is really impactful. This is some of the best game feel I've ever gotten out of an Obsidian game. I'm still a little rusty with it. Like, or rusty is the wrong word. Rusty means that you've lost a skill you once had. I haven't quite gained all the skill with this yet. There's timing to blocking. There's sort of there's some time that it takes to switch weapons, and there's long gaps between my shots with a flintlock pistol, and I'm not quite comfortable with the timing of that yet. So what I'll end up doing a lot is having enemies advance on me while I'm still holding the pistol. I'll try to switch. I'll try to defend myself. I won't get my defenses up in time. I'll take a lot of hits from them. I'll be backed into a corner, so dodging won't work. Like, I tend to get into that situation too much. And I think you just saw me get into that situation just now. So I'm going to try to avoid it. I'm going to try to get better at it. Maybe you'll see me gain a little bit of skill over time.
Quiet as the depths.
Barbarians are tough. They've got a lot of health.
Get down!
So I'm going to try to freeze this one. And do as much damage to him as I can.
Stop!
Oh. You can see my cursor sometimes get a little bit lost there. That's the one area where I feel like there's some improvements you can make to the game feel here. Where, like, you know, I'm accustomed to sort of the cursor control you have in Call of Duty, which is kind of best in class. Respawn games are really good with cursor control. It's a hard thing to do. Like, there is magic math going on under the surface when you have a cursor control that feels good. And I feel like they haven't quite nailed it here. However, it has never been my job to nail this. I don't know how hard it is, and I've never done it successfully myself. So my criticism of this is going to be very light, because even though, like, you'll see me sometimes, like, I'm trying to aim at a guy and I'll aim way past him, you know, and then I have to come back to him or something, you know, and then when I, like, am sort of like, I kind of rely on this going to this slow motion mode with a power attack. Like honestly, because these flintlock pistols fire so slowly, there's no reason to ever not do a power attack. You always want to do a power attack. It doesn't cost you much because you're already doing everything extremely slowly.
I don't agree with all of your adherent laws, but you're right to be suspicious of animancy. Don't tell Liviana I said that.
But it also helps because, like, when things are in slow motion, it gives me a chance to try to get my crosshair in the right position, because it's a little sluggish and a little bit sort of overreacty sometimes to try to control it. So it's a good... So if you're going to have a game that's got some weakness to the cursor control, definitely implement the mechanics so that the player has ways to compensate for it. So they've made some good decisions here. So this... I'm not sure what this stuff is. I've got a great axe. By the way, the weapon system in this game is really interesting. So instead of having, like, some huge variety of very different weapons, and they've got a very simple set of, there's this style of weapon, there's that style of weapon, there's this style of weapon, there's that style of weapon. There's, like, I don't know, 8 or 9 weapons in the game. And then each of those weapons, like, you know, I might be a little bit off with that number, but, you know, it's not that much higher than that. I'm in the right order of magnitude. Each of those weapons can advance through a series of tiers. I'm not sure if I can see it in my inventory right now. I might need to go back to camp to see what I'm talking about. Like, yeah, we'll have to go back to camp to show you what I'm talking about. But okay, this is a common spear that I just picked up off the ground. This is a common spear that I've upgraded a couple of times. You can see it's got these little chevrons next to it that say it's been upgraded a few times. Basically, each weapon can be upgraded through a bunch of tiers, and you can also get enchanted versions of the same weapons. This is just a flintlock pistol, just like any, common flintlock pistol, except it's fine quality, so it's in the second tier, and it's got this extra enchantment on it. So, let's see here. So what that means is, instead of having to sort of like every single piece of loot being a wildly different thing, it just falls into these broad categories, and you sort of learn which things you like to play with, and then you're just trying to find the best version of that thing. But it also means that like you don't need to learn like how 1900 different weapons work. You learn how 12 different weapons work, and then you mix and match. You decide what you want to do. Like in each of those weapons represents one particular set of tactical choices. Like the great axe is different from the great sword, which is different from the battle axe, which is different from the, whatever, regular old sword. Like all of these different weapons, they've got specific tactical roles that they play. And so when you're switching from one weapon to another, you're making a very clear choice to like niche yourself in one particular spot. And then anything like enchantments and quality are additive on top of that. But that basic choice stays the same. You can learn it early, figure out your preferences, figure out what you want to use in different situations, and then that stays true throughout the game. You can really understand it that way. And I really like that kind of system. I've actually been thinking about similar stuff myself. How to make it so that players don't have to just relearn everything from scratch with each new item that they find. Let there be a system, and then have the interesting, unique stuff be additive on top of that system. This is a bunch of people. Okay, yeah, so the guy who charges at me... Oh, hey, oh, gosh. Guess I gotta have my protective spell up. And I should be dodging. Oh, we've got guns. Guns are a little harder to dodge than other things. Hey, you. Don't shoot again. Oh, I love this guy's taking time to load his arquebus. Okay, so by the way, you can give your people orders in combat if you want. Like, for instance, if I wanted... okay, this guy, he's charging us. So if I want Marius to tangle that guy so he can't get any closer to me, I can. Similarly, this arquebusier is causing a problem. If I want Kai to go jump on his head, I can do that. And then my own abilities are on that, but I can queue them up so it's easier to trigger them in combat, like I just did with my power attack. Whew, all right. Let's pick up our loot. Ooh, another lockpick. Yay. Is that it? Oh, there's also some herbs I can pick up. These things are actually grenades that grow in the ground. Very convenient. Wait, what's this? Another grenade. Cool. Good thing I shot that grenade with a gun. Ah, this. Paradisian ladder. It's funny they call it Paradisian ladder. It's how you escalate the power of your weapons. You have to use Paradisian ladder for that. Oh. Okay, there's a chest down here. Okay, this right here, that has nothing to do with the quest I'm here for. There's just a chest. And it requires me to explore a weird corner of this island that I otherwise would have missed. There's like a whole thing going on here. Oh wait, is this the... Oh, this is the first place I was in. I could have shortcutted my way through this. I just didn't realize. Oh, neat. You can definitely, like, you can sort of see the level designer at work here. Like, building sort of the main path, and then seeing that they've got an opportunity for a weird little side path here. And so hey, jump. So they build this little extra thing here and stick a chest in it to reward you for exploring. And what that does is, I mean, it's not just that it makes this one place. What is happening there? I think we've got a bug with one of the combat effects. Instead of... It goes beyond just making that one spot interesting. It makes me suspect that other places will also have interesting spots like that. It makes the entire world feel like it has more texture.
Oh, take a breather, folks. Getting out of this alive.
Captain,
Oh my gosh!
we're not alone here.
Gods, what else? Hold fire. Maybe they're willing to talk.
Oh, sure. Maybe I'm willing to talk.
Please, please don't hurt us. We're just trying to get this Audra for Captain Bardado before she comes and kills us.
I'm pretty sure you promised that Audra to someone else.
We made a mistake. Defalva's Audra is unretrievable. On the bottom of the sea, somewhere between here and the Deadfire. We acquired some luminous Audra from the Valian Trading Company, meaning to sell it to Sapiento de Falva in Paradis. My ship sank in a massive storm on the way here, and the Audra was lost. We got to shore, but that's the least of our worries.
So, Bardado's here to get the Audra, but you don't have any to give him?
You got it. But the Valians won't accept that as an excuse. They want Audra to replace what we took. Our plan was to tell the client we couldn't get the Audra and hide out in Paradis until we knew we were out of trouble. The Valians weren't far behind us. Bardado gave us one last chance. If we could find enough Audra to replace what we lost.
Why don't you let us handle Captain Bardado?
Are you serious? You do that for us.
Oh, absolutely. Give us the Audra and we'll get the Valians off your back. Wait, so does he have it or not? I'm a little bit confused. Does he have Audra or does he not have Audra?
If that means what I think it means, I'm all for it. Better odds than we have now. We're supposed to bring the Audra to Bardado at the Usher's Hand just north of here. She's probably already there waiting for us. If you somehow make it out alive with the Audra, get it to Sapiento de Falva in Paradis. Maybe he'll do some good with it.
So is it just that they don't have enough Audra? They're acting like they don't have Audra, and that's why they're in trouble with Bardado. But they do have it. They just gave it to me. What is going on? I don't quite understand. I'm just going to say they don't have enough Audra. They've got enough for the guy they originally were hired to give it to, but they don't have enough for the pirates, I guess? Let's just say that's what's going on. Also, let's blow this up. Aw, there's nothing behind here. That was just a thing to use in combat. Okay, fine, whatever. Well, let's see. Oh, wait. Wait a minute. Maybe they stole it from Bardado. If they stole it from Bardado originally, and it was Bardado's Audra, that would explain this. Maybe that's what they're saying. That wasn't clear to me, but maybe that's what they're saying. Huh. Anyway, where is this stuff? Let's look at the map. So, okay, so Bardado's in a place I've never been. And the guy we're trying to restore things to is over there. Okay, so we want to head over here. But before we do that, let's go and camp. Now, by the way, they have a very, very friendly camping system here. So there are particular locations where you can camp. They decided not to make it so that you can sort of camp anywhere, but they kind of did, actually, because you can always fast travel. If you're in conditions that allow you to fast travel, like if you're not in the middle of combat or whatever, you can fast travel to camp and then fast travel right back to wherever you were, which is really cool. So I'm going to go to camp right now, and we'll actually look at a little bit more than just... We'll do a little bit more than just, like, healing up and stuff like that. Let's see if we can actually upgrade some of our weapons and equipment. Okay, so here we are at our camp, and we can upgrade our items. So this is how... Yeah, let's have a look at how this stuff works. So right now, I've got this spear at the maximum common quality. You can see this sort of scale from left to right to common, fine, exceptional, and superb. Right now, I'm at common. I've maxed it out to common, and if I spend some iron chunks and some paradisen ladder, I can get it up to fine quality, which will raise its damage to 48, and its stun goes up a lot. Wow, its stun goes up a lot. I'm betting that the enemy's stun meters also go up a lot around this boundary. So that's something that I could do. That'll use 8 out of my 13 paradisen ladder, though. Which, by the way, when you say 8 out of 13, usually the 8's the numerator and the 13's the denominator, but whatever. Here's my shield, which I could also upgrade if I wanted to. Carrick's Pride here is already fine. It's a fine enchanted pistol. And so I can't upgrade it right now because I'm just not even collecting the resources that it takes to upgrade this guy. My common Grimoire of the Elements, however, I could upgrade. And my Obsidian Order Cuirass I can upgrade as well. By the way, they get very sort of like authentic with the names of the different pieces of armor and stuff. There's Brigandine armor, which you don't often see. I think that's because Josh Sawyer is a big Darklands fan, but because that was like one of the best armors you could afford when you're playing a game of Darklands. But that's an old '90s game. Look it up sometime. So what do I want to do? So I use my pistol the most often. It's not upgradable right now. So I could go with my spear and shield, or I can make my grimoire more powerful. My grimoire, what it does is it makes, like, upgrading it. What that does is it makes my casting of I can cast the spells more often. The spells are powerful. And the question is, how often can I cast them? And then, one thing I've never done? I never broken something down before. So I got a common spear here. And if I break it down, it'll give me some iron. Oh, and it'll give me some Paradise and Ladder. Oh, interesting. Okay, I didn't realize you could get such good stuff by breaking. I'm gonna be breaking everything down from now on. Let's break down all these weapons, arquebuses, arquebuy, everything. Okay, so now I've got a bunch more Paradise and Ladder. So yeah, let's get my spear up to. Oh, it also requires currency. That's the thing I'm gonna run out of if I start upgrading this. I think it's just because I'm crossing the boundary from common to fine. Okay, yeah, so each time, so common weapons, fine weapons, exceptional weapons, and superb weapons have vastly different orders of magnitude to their costs. Like, you're going up at least like a digit each time you switch. And so I think that they wanted to make it so that you could upgrade yourself at your camp over these lines, but currency, like, this is one of the main currency sinks in the game, and they can't just take away that currency sink if you decide you're going to craft. So they basically make you pay currency here as well. So you always have to try to get enough currency to be able to afford these changes. But the smaller upgrades in between don't cost currency. It's just the big ones. So here, let's upgrade my grimoire. It just occurred to me, I don't have any more Paradise and Ladder than I had before. I had 13 originally, and I broke down some things. Oh, wait a minute. I was looking at the upgrade results. Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay. That's why I didn't get any Paradise and Ladder. I was looking at the right side of the screen where it said I was going to get, right here, where it said I was going to get Paradise and Ladder. That's what I could break down the upgraded version of it into. Okay, I get it. So that's why I don't have any more. Well, let's still, I've never done this before. So let's upgrade my common spear across the boundary to fine. So now we've got a fine spear. It does more damage, but now upgrading it any further requires resources I don't have. Now, there's another thing that you can do with weapons, is like unique weapons can be enchanted. So right now, my Carrick's Pride here, this is basically a lightning gun, and I can afford to change its enchantment. So the thing that I don't quite understand is, so I've got Distant Thunder and Shocking Lash, and I think I'm replacing Distant Thunder with either Thunder's Fall or Wrath of the Storm, but I think I keep Shocking Lash. Oh, I'm covering this up. Hold on. But I think I keep Shocking Lash either way. That's what I think the UI is telling me. So basically, Distant Thunder is what I already have. And it just means that I deal, like, shock to people. And shock, if I do enough shock, it has this negative effect on them. That's why it's called an accumulation. And so I can either swap that for the Crackling Bolt spell happening sometimes when I kill people, or a better version of shock accumulation that happens to everyone around my target. So let's see. So I think I want to choose this. So I'm going to choose this one. And I'm going to agree to it. Okay, so now I've got Thunder's Fall, which deals... So I'm assuming it deals shock accumulation to both my target and nearby enemies. But maybe not. Maybe it's only nearby enemies. Now, maybe made it so it only is useful against groups. Hard to be sure. That would feel less like an upgrade and more like, I don't know, something else. Oh, by the way, so when you're in camp, you can talk to your followers.
I'm sure you had your own reasons, but I'm glad you helped those 2 fugitives get to Thirdborn. A lot of people in your position would have left them high and dry, or turned them in.
They seemed like decent people in a bad spot.
Yeah, I thought so too. We've all been there. I'm just glad to see people get a second chance. And I'm relieved to know you're the kind of person who's willing to grant them, even when your official duties might suggest otherwise.
I keep violating my official duties. I'm just trying to be decent.
Believe me, it's enough.
All right, see you later. There's more questions I could ask him, but
I'll take watch.
that's not what we're here for.
Just
Okay,
in
so the
case.
way that you leave camp, basically if you walk past this perimeter that you staked down, it says, do you want to exit here and just like you've fast traveled to this location? Do you want to just stay here, or do you want to go back to where you were before? And I'm going to say, let's go back to where we were before. So now we got to load. And now we're back exactly where we were before, standing the exact same spot. So I think I've exhausted this island in terms of its stuff, but, well, maybe not, though. This whole southern edge of the island I haven't done anything with, and maybe there's nothing there. I don't know. But there could be stuff to discover. However, right now, I think I want to finish this particular quest. So why don't we head north? Now, one thing I could do is I could fast travel over here and then go face these pirates over here really quickly. However, I kind of want to see if I can get there on foot, because this game has taught me that going places on foot is to my advantage. Like, I will discover neat things if I do that. Oh, what is this? Is this? Oh, this is fire sensitive. Another thing, having companions with you means they can get you through doors.
Aim.
Like, Kai can burn through stuff. I think I can too. I think if I've got a fire spell, I can also do that. And I do have a fire spell, so maybe the next one of those we encounter, I should be the one to do it just to see the difference. Okay, so I guess I'm going this way. This is not actually getting me to my destination, but that's okay. That's okay. We're here to be distracted. So is this a place I've already been? I think this might be a place I've already been. I probably already had a fight here of some kind. So I'm not going to worry about this. And instead... Oh, I thought this was like a diving board for me to, like, jump in the water, but no, it's not. I do want to jump in the water, though. Let's see. So I think, okay. Yeah, this game does a really good job, by the way, of, like, showing you what you can do. Like, they're just really... There are some games that go for a very naturalistic look that makes it actually kind of hard to see what your options are.
Castle's
This game
closed.
is not shy
A
about
reminder
sort of...
that nothing good comes from messing with
Just a second, I'll
powers
let
you
Kai
don't
finish what he's
understand.
saying. This game is not shy about basically building the art style in a way that makes it easier for you to understand where the paths are, where the climbable surfaces are. They, you know... Oh.
Quiet, Nimdut.
They have the equivalent of yellow paint built into the art style, and it feels natural. So you can use yellow paint wherever they want to, and it just feels like, well, this is what the world looks like.
Here they come.
Oh, bears. Okay, yeah, that was my gun. You saw that shockwave from my gun. I think that was the new ability that I did. So when you're going to shoot a guy who's kind of helpless, you get a special cinematic presentation of your shot, which is a lot of fun. Okay, the bear's doing a number on Kai. Can somebody help with this? Hey, Kai, actually, do you want to use your special attack on that guy? Thanks. And I'm going to smack him from behind like that. Whoa, massive critical hit damage. Oh, this bear heals like crazy. What is going? Does he have an enemy, or like is one of the enemies healing the bear or something? Like, oh yeah, we got a. I think they've got a healer back there. Oh, it's so easy to miss. Moving targets are hard to hit. I guess that's just a truism. Okay. Yeah, this is going nowhere until that guy. Okay, that was fun.
Well, that was fun.
Ludonarrative harmony. The storytelling in the game precisely matches the experience I'm having. Okay, so I'm seeing some, there's some X's in the minimap in the upper left-hand corner, which means there's corpses I haven't looted yet. So we're gonna do the corpse looting. And there were some guys up here? Oh, I think this is just set dressing. These are guys who were killed by spiders nearby. Do I want to deal with spiders nearby? I think I do a little bit, yeah.
Here we go.
Now, the spiders that you see are often not the only spiders. I've had spiders just kind of spawn on me before when I bothered their spiderlings. Okay, but no, seems like we're good. I can see a little bit of red off to the. You know what? I'm getting distracted. No, we got it. We got a destination. You see how difficult it is not to get distracted by this game. Okay, I swear. It's telling me that there's like a corpse around here somewhere that's got stuff in it. There it is. Ooh, is that some Audra? Ooh, I can get a campsite here, I think. Let me get a campsite. Yeah, so these crystals mark places where you can camp. Sure, because I think you heal up when you camp. Yep, I'm all healed up. And so now I'm like authentically in this location. Like every time you set up camp, you're actually in a place. It's not like your camp is in a like mysterious other world like it is in Baldur's Gate. You're always in a particular spot, and you can sort of see a particular landscape around you. Ooh, a dream.
Haze, mirrors, we have touched something like your dreams before.
Why do you keep showing up in my dreams, weird Adra voice?
Our roots entwine, but we cannot linger here long. We must know. A killer freed, a predator returned to the woods. You bled and forgave. Why?
I feel like I've had this
Should
conversation.
you not suffer for your pain?
It's reacting to the fact that I didn't kill someone or something that I needed, that a normal video game protagonist would have killed. Oh, okay. Someone has to break the cycle of bloodshed. We'll do that.
Compassion for the snake. He killed our beloved. Our weeds tangled. This is not our way. A dam broke. We wept in the dark when your soul slipped away. We feared for you, felt your agony. We could not forgive.
So, by the way, if you're brand new to this series, because Avowed takes place in the same world as Pillars of Eternity and Deadfire, I am a godlike, which is, people, I've got this like weird fungal stuff growing on me. And that means that I'm like touched by the gods. I'm somehow like descended in some way from the gods. And I'm not sure exactly what that means because I didn't play very much of Pillars of Eternity, and I didn't play any Deadfire. But that makes me special. And these crystals growing out of the ground are somehow connected to that. And so when I interacted with the crystal, it started speaking to me early on in the game. And I don't know what's going on. It's an unusual thing for this to be happening. But every time I sleep, there's a chance that this thing will talk to me. And I'm still trying to figure out what it is. So it's weird and inhuman, and it reacts to my decisions. And I kind of partly define myself as a character by how I justify myself to this voice. Save that. I might need it one day, or enough. Let it go.
Petals disperse on the wind. Wake now. We have tending to do.
All right. Well, here we are. So let's keep going. So that's Paradise. That's the main city on this island. And it's where I need to return. You see I've got these two objectives. They're labeled with A and B.
Wasn't there supposed to be a cartographer around here?
So A is me returning the Adra to the person in Paradise. But I could, if I wanted to, give it to the pirate. I'm not going to give it to the pirate. I'm going to fight the pirate, because that's fun. That is a nice pig, by the way. We do not shoot this pig. I'm a little nervous about this fight, though, because I wasn't doing great in our previous fights, and I'm betting this is going to be the big fight of the mission. So I'm going to save real quick before we do this. By the way, I should say, if I've been playing on my own and I wasn't trying to actually get to a climactic conclusion before the end of this video, I absolutely would have kept going when I was over by the spiderlings. Like, that's my normal play pattern. I actually sort of tore myself away from exploring the open world nonsense. Because we're here together. Oh, I've got an equipment upgrade available. What? Okay. So, I think I want to talk to them first.
Hold it there, Aimika. We're expecting someone tonight for sure. But you're not them.
Captain Bardato, I presume? Actually, let's talk... Okay, I want to talk about the deal with Trevor because I want to understand it. What's going on?
Oh, well. At least they understand the conditions of the deal, yeah? Let me lay things out. Simple like. Trevik and his scabby nuts stole Adra from the Valiant Trading Company. This is widely advised against. You see what I mean? So I'm here in my capacity as a procurement agent, if you will. I bring back the Adra, or I bring back their heads.
Okay. So yeah, so I was right that he did steal it from, at least from the people the pirates represent. So the Adra that I've got, where did it come from? Still very confused. Why did he steal it from someone else? And then, but if so, why was he nervous about? He could just give it back to the pirates. Like, why did he want me to get involved? If he just had it. So be reasonable, he lost it at sea.
Cute. No barrister me, but failure to sell off their stolen goods doesn't erase the fact that they were stolen in the first place.
Fair. Yeah, I'm feeling weird about this. They did steal this Adra. Now, they stole it from this, like... I mean, the Valen Trading Company, I'm betting it's a lot like the, whatever, East India Company. I'm betting they're bad guys in this world. And so part of me is like, Robin Hood, steal from the rich, whatever. But I don't know that for certain. I'm also a representative of the government. But, I love that I'm having trouble making this decision. That's what you want in a game like this. You want it to be hard to decide who you are in this world. Like that, because that's like, yeah, there's challenge that comes from the combat, and there's challenge that comes from, exploration, finding things. But one of the challenges you want from a game like this is challenge defining who you are. You want it to be, challenging your own assumptions and your own habits and your own behaviors. Let's say we've come to bargain.
Oh, you have it with you, eh? Interesting. Let's hear your offer.
Yeah, let's try to pay them off.
Oh, really? You think any of us has the kind of money to pay for any
Maybe not.
amount of luminous Adra?
Maybe not.
It's only found in one part of the world, and it's all controlled by one company that can set whatever price it wants. That bit of Adra you have there is worth more than Trevik's and his crew's lives combined.
Man, I promised Trevik I was going to help him out. But I also told that guy I was going to get him the Adra. Of course, the guy who hired Trevik hired him to steal it. Specifically, or didn't care if he stole it at the very least. And while, I think that the company that owns it is a bunch of jerks, they're making them sound more like De Beers now, actually, than like the Dutch East India Company, though maybe they're a combination of both. But yeah, I don't think that the guy in town can really say this is his Adra. Even though I don't like the company it belongs to, I don't think I can kill these privateers to get him his profit, I don't think I can justify that. I think I gotta give her the Adra.
Deal. The Adra's worth more than those boltos anyway. On behalf of the Valiant Trading Company, I appreciate your business. Now scram. Me and my crew have things to discuss.
I thought I was going to be killing pirates, but that conversation kind of persuaded me not to. That's interesting. I'm used to games where I feel like I persuaded an enemy not to fight. Here, the enemy persuaded me not to fight. That's fascinating. Okay, well, I'm going to go back to Sapiento. I'm going to tell this guy, hey, sorry, man. Couldn't get you your Adra. Oh, wait, what's this? Oh, hold on, there's a cartographer to find? I can't pass up a random side quest. I'm going to look around, see if I can find a guy. So, one thing that's worth pointing out here is that, there are open world games that use, procedural generation, random encounters, that sort of thing to flesh out the world. As far as I've been able to tell, I've seen a handful of random encounters in this game that seem random anyway, but most of everything I find is hand-placed. And it kind of reminds me a little bit of one thing I liked about Assassin's Creed Valhalla was the fact that they had so many expensive, just hand-placed things scattered around the environment. And the team that makes that has a lot more money than the team that made this. And so I really appreciate, again, sort of the density of experiences that they have, not just scattered let's put some lizards here and some lizards there. They put neat stuff in places like this. All right, so I've got, not that, I've got a nice stuff, which I can use. This is, by the way, this is normally, horizontal. And having it be vertical is crazy. All right.
Looks like a piece of totem of some kind.
Okay, I've got two of those? When did I get the first one? It says I have 2 totems. Okay, I'm assuming this is a way for me to find a cartographer? Or is this just unrelated to the cartographer? It just happens to be in the same place. Oh, there's an ice grenade that I could use to open the ice thing. Yeah, no, this has nothing to do with the cartographer, I think. Is this the cartographer's camp? So that was just random BS, but it was fun. Okay. Maybe we climb? I like this thing where they're like, they've given me a bubble on the mini-map that says, hey, there's something here. But they haven't told me really what I'm looking for. And so it's just up to me to just kind of explore this weird place and figure out what's here. Oh, here's a fast travel point. Okay, I might not find it. Like, I don't know where it is. I felt like that underground area, I explored all the options that I had, but maybe I didn't. Maybe there was a turn somewhere that I didn't see. I don't know what good a cartographer is this close to the city. Like, what are they mapping that hasn't been mapped 100 times already? Okay. I mean, this is outside the bubble. There's no way there's something over here, right? It just has interesting landscape to it, so I was like, maybe this is something, but it doesn't seem like it's anything. Can I climb this? Yeah. You can climb so many things in this game. Like, I'm really used to games in this genre not being particularly climbable. Like, when you see a big rock or something like that, like, you can't actually go up in there. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, by the way, you can do that. You can make platforms in water with ice spells. Oh, I thought maybe this was going to be it. This is the answer. And that's why they gave me the ice grenade. Okay, so I'm going to go backtrack. It might be that I'm just not going to find this. Could there be some evidence, some clue under the water? Huh. Yeah, no, this is a tiny little place, and there's no other place to be. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think this is a dead end for me right now. I'll have to come back here later. I'm not going to take any of your time, any more of your time watching me do this nonsense. Let's, Oh, wait, who's that? Oh, wait, that's the pirates. Okay, I was like, is that him? Is that the guy? But no, it's not. Yeah, cartographer, I don't know if it's a guy, it's a gal, it's a little monster. I don't know, it could be anybody. Oh, I'm gonna go crazy now, though. You know, a cartographer might get up high on top of a tall rock. Right? That's something a cartographer would do so they could see better. Ooh, look, some ladder. Can I get up this? Nope. Oh, there's just ladder up here? No cartographer? Oh, wait. Up. This is up higher. Is there... Oh, this is going to drive me crazy. This is going to drive me absolutely nuts. I don't think this is climbable any further. I think this is a slope I can't go up. I think I'm at the top. Dang, I keep doing things that make me think I'm going to find whatever I'm here to find. But no. The privateers must think I'm insane. It's like, what is he doing? Okay, one more thing. Like, I don't know if I've looked up behind these little ruins here. Oh my gosh.
Palatine Navy's punishment for desertion.
Look at that. Oh. What? So one of these columns fell down and crushed this guy's head while he was sleeping? Is that... Okay, that's dark. Okay, well, at least we found the guy. And we found some other neat stuff, you know? Like, it's mostly herbs and things, but whatever. We explored a cool place, found some neat stuff. It's fine. Okay, so now because we picked that up, we engaged with another quest, and so it automatically queued up that quest. Let's see how, once we go inside the doors, let's see how far away this quest's ending is. I'm sure I think I must have started this quest on purpose at some point, but I forgot. I forgot what was going on. Ooh, a little random BS that I can pick up. By the way, there is no stealing in this game, as far as I can tell.
Captain,
if something is on the ground, you can just have it.
This building is a deer infected.
So far, I've never seen anything that was marked as stealable, though I have occasionally had characters react to me taking weird stuff.
Get around. You're supposed to check in before you can... never mind.
There was...
That sun's a shop. Might be worth taking a look.
There was a crime scene at one point where like a guard had been killed, or a couple of guards had been killed or something. I picked up their weapon off the ground, and the person who was investigating was like, "Hey, you can't just walk off with that." And their boss was like, "Don't. Hey, it's the Adrian emissary. Leave them alone, or envoy. That's what I'm called. It's the Adrian envoy. Leave them alone. Let them do whatever they want." And I was like, again, it was like when the smugglers had like compassionate, like had like whatever, like dialogue that made me feel compassion for them before I killed them. It's like, they're letting me do whatever they want, but they're just like, you know, going like this at me when I do it.
Welcome. I was hoping you would drop in. You're back. What have you found?
I found Gearmund. He's dead, but his map looks complete.
I warned Gearmund about those Zaribs. It was Zaribs, wasn't it? On second thought, don't tell me.
It wasn't.
Please, keep searching. I'm sure the others will turn up soon.
How about supplies? What has he got? He's got some Adra. Fragments of the Scales. It's a totem. Is it a totem? No, it's a quest item. I don't know what that is. And then, I can buy a treasure map from this guy? He just paid me 600 some, so spending 100 on a treasure map isn't a bad idea. Okay. So I'm looking for this. Whatever this is. It looks like it's just outside Paradise. I'll have to keep an eye out for whatever it is. Alright. Ooh, I'm level 8. Perfect. Alright, so we just got a new treasure map, but we don't want to do that. Let's open our journal. Oh, okay. So I can't... Okay, so it's crossed off bringing the Adra to Sapiento. I just have to return to him to tell him what happened. Let's do that.
This is where people go to buy stuff that'll just get them mugged everywhere else.
The Adherents and Elysiums. I saw you to their dying homeland.
And then we'll level up. We'll end the video on me leveling up. Here we go. Jump! Yeah! Woohoo! I'm playing Assassin's Creed. This game is fun. Look at this nonsense. Look at the silly things I can do. It's so great. Yeah, I don't even know what I'm doing up here. I just wanted some free stuff. You can tell like the level designers are having so much fun just being like, okay, we've got this town. Hey, there's a roof the player can't get to yet. Let's let him get up there. And let's put a weird thing up there. just for fun. And they just kept doing that. This game is made out of that. All right. Hello, Sapiento.
My friend, any chance you found some luminous Adra for me?
We did, but we gave it to the Valen Trading Company.
I guess the Adra was stolen after all. I hope that gets our friends out of danger. Well, if I can't cure this affliction, at least I'll always have my questionable fumes to keep me company.
Well, he seemed okay with the whole deal. Okay, let's level up. So, we've got... What have we got? So these are the abilities that I've already spent points on. However, I'm above level 5, so I think I could probably start spending points down here. But this is just the fighter list. There's also the ranger list, and the wizard list, and the godlike list, and my companions, who also level up, and who also need me to sort of choose how they level up. So, double the area effect of his leap, bonus attack damage. Okay, let's do the area effect so I can send him in crowds of people. That sounds good. And Marius, my ranged guy. It's a bow-wielding dwarf, by the way, which you don't often see. What am I talking about? There's a massive crossbow-wielding dwarf in Dragon Age. Shut up, Jeffrey. You don't know what you're talking about. Devastating blow. Increase... Actually, now this guy seems so much like the guy in Dragon Age. Now, whatever. Anyway, it's fine. Increases the amount of damage done by Shadow Step in proportion to the enemy's missing health. So the more damage they are, the more powerful this is. Versus instantly killing stunned enemies. Versus up to 6 times? Like he just does it to a bunch of different enemies? That seems like a big powerful thing. Let's try this one. Okay, so that's my friends. As far as I go, yeah, what are my godlike abilities? Stealth attack against unaware enemies. Oh, you can't see it. Stealth attack against unaware enemies. And then heals and revives all nearby allies. Oh, I didn't realize I had this. Okay, I should use this more. I didn't realize I had this. Okay, cool. Now, I'm interested in increasing my wizard abilities specifically because, yeah, I've got a new grimoire that has fancier spells in it. Is this all I need to do to unlock it? I think so. Okay, I've unlocked a new access to a new grimoire. I don't have it on me. Let's go back to camp. Okay, because I've never tried to upgrade my magical abilities before, and so I don't know how it works. So let's spend the time to figure it out. Let's go back to camp, because I think I put it in my camp stash, the new grimoire that I got. There was like level 5 spells instead of level 1 spells. Because you noticed when I upgraded my grimoire, it didn't make the spells any more powerful. It just made me able to cast them more often. Oh, I need to learn how to cook foods. Okay, we'll do that in a bit. Oh, so where was my stash? It's this. Okay, so I've got Grimoire of the Greater Elements. Because I really like the starting Grimoire, which is what I've been using so far. And the Grimoire of the Greater Elements, which I will now wield in my offhand, because now I can, because I just upgraded my Grimoire Mastery. So now instead of Fan of Flames, I have Fireball. Instead of Chill Blades, I have Blizzard. Instead of Jolting Touch, I have Crackling Bolt. And instead of Arcane Veil, I have Bristling Frost. So increases my damage reduction by 10% and deals frost to enemy melee attackers. I have been using a lot of frost. So the armor spell that I've been using increases my damage reduction more than Bristling Frost does. But Bristling Frost does something into the enemies in return that aligns with the ice spell that I'm using against them the most often. So I think this is still an upgrade. But it's Fireball, Blizzard, and Crackling Bolt and Bristling Frost that I just got access to. Okay, so now if I look at my abilities, over here. Now, I don't have any points available, but I just wanted to like understand what I could do here. So, okay, so I've got each of those spells in my grimoire. And I can upgrade them individually. So it's... Oh, so purchasing a spell from this means I don't need a grimoire to cast it. And I also empower it if I do have it in my grimoire. Okay. Interesting. All right, and then we've got Wand Mastery, we got Bounce, and we got Blast. Power heft with wands explode on impact. Okay, cool. So anyway, that's that. But I already spent my point on Grimoire Mastery, so we're good there. And then the other thing you get to do when you level up is one of these points here. So I can increase my maximum essence, increase my critical hit chance. I could increase my overall damage. I don't know if this damage increase that you get from Might, which you can't see, I don't know if it increases only damage from like muscle-powered weapons, or like will it increase the damage of my pistols? Let's look at my inventory. Okay, so my Fine Spear does 48 damage. My Carrick's Pride does 69. Easy numbers to remember. 48 and 69. So let's see what happens if I increase my might. 48 and 69. Okay. So this is not going to tell me what the effect of that was. Interesting. Okay. Anyway. Well, we've upgraded our character. That's what we were here to do. And was there something else I was going to do? I feel like there was one other thing where I was like, oh yeah, let's do that in a minute. No memory of what that was. Oh, I did just complete a bounty. I could go back and claim that. I think it was right nearby. I just don't want to stop playing this game. I'm having so much fun. Yeah, it's got to load the city, so. Okay, the bounty board is over here. So this bounty board, like, I complete bounties on it by going out and getting into certain fights, and then I come back with evidence of my victory.
Pleasure, Envoy. I'm Aldrich, the bounty master of Paradise. If it suits your fancy, check the board for work.
I'm ready to collect. So, yeah, this guy was talking ambiently when I grabbed my bounties from the board, and so I didn't actually talk to him directly, so he's acting like I'm meeting him for the first time. I've already heard him talk. I already know about bounties.
Show it here.
So Tempestuous Luandi is dead.
Guess you were just the one storm she couldn't survive.
And I got the yellow bands.
It's a shame it had to be like this. Desperate times can drive good kith to do terrible things.
Goodbye.
Be safe out there. You hear?
So when I killed those people with the bounties, they all had inventory items on them that I then brought in to sell to that guy. I've got this one quest around here that was about upgrading my equipment. I'm wondering if I can resolve that. Like, what does it take to resolve that one? Oh, I need to get fine torso armor. That's right. Well, I'll worry about that later. Anyway, you know what? I've just been... Okay, so the next thing I want to do is find the Watcher. That's actually part of the main quest, is finding the Watcher. And so I'll queue myself up to do that. And I guess... I mean, so this has just been sort of a little snippet of what I've been doing, you know, playing this game, the experience that I've been having. I mean, I've been playing this game for a few hours already, and I feel like I've got many, many hours ahead of me. Playing this game. And so let me know if you want to see more of this game on my channel, because you know, because there are some games where it's like I'll do entire playthroughs where you see every second of my gameplay, and then there's some games where I'm like, hey, here's a demo of it, but you should discover this game on your own. I'm curious, like, is this the kind of thing you would want to see, just blow by blow a big chunk of the gameplay, or would you rather just have me sort of like check in now and then, and maybe let you know what this game is like as I hit different tiers and different points in the experience? Let me know what you're interested in, and I will try to remember what button I pushed. That's the one to make the video end. So there's my subscribe button. Here's some other stuff, and I'll see you later.